The House will come to order. Sergeant at Arms.
Mr. President, His Excellency, the Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
The members will receive the Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia. That's right. Go out with it. Praying for you, guys. Praying for you. Joint Assembly and guests, please be seated. As Speaker of the House of Delegates and President of the Joint Assembly, it is my pleasure to present to you His Excellency, the Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Honorable Glenn Youngkin.
Thank you all very much. What an honor it is to be with all of you this evening. Mr. Speaker, Lieutenant Governor Earl Sears, Madam President, Attorney General Miyares, members of the General Assembly, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court Powell, and congratulations, Justices of the Virginia Supreme Court and judges of the State Corporation Commission, our clerks, members of my cabinet, and my fellow Virginians, it's an honor to join you once again in Mr. Jefferson's Capitol for my report on the state of our beloved Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is soaring. The Commonwealth is alive with opportunity. The Commonwealth is competing and winning. The Commonwealth is stronger today than she has ever been. This is the state of the Commonwealth that I have had the immense honor of serving these past 4 years. Fortunately, this service journey has not been a solitary one. As I prepare to hand the key to the governor's mansion over to the governor-elect, Spamberger, I look around this room and I'm filled with gratitude. Filled with gratitude because I see so many men and women who have been involved in Virginia's incredible transformation. A transformation we have witnessed and we have led together. And so to the Lieutenant Governor, Winsome Earl Sears, and Attorney General Jason Miyares, to members of my cabinet and my administration, you have sacrificed so much. You have served with everything you have, and you have delivered for Virginians. Thank you. To our General Assembly partners, most times I've agreed with many of you. Sometimes I've disagreed with some of you. Frequently, you have been in my prayers, and always, always, I have considered you to be devoted public servants. Thank you for your partnership. The absolute best part of this season of service has been traveling every step of the way with the love of my life. She has brought grace and joy to the lives of so many Virginians. Thank you to our most extraordinary First Lady, Suzanne Youngkin. And finally, thank you to my fellow Virginians. To say thank you comes nowhere close to conveying the proud and profound sense of gratitude that I feel. Gratitude that this homegrown Virginian, who was hired and given the chance to go to work for now more than 8.8 million Virginians. Now, I do feel like I've met almost all 8.8 million of you. From Loudoun County to Danville, from the Eastern Shore to Lee County, and everywhere in between. I've met incredible Virginians, like the small business owner who courageously started his first shop and then expanded to 2 and then to 3. Virginians like our teachers who are exciting our students about learning and helping them discover their passion in life. Like the nurse who is empowering a fellow Virginian to leave behind a life of addiction and start leading a life of hope. Like the farmer who, rain or shine, makes sure the animals get fed and the fields get plowed. Like the shipbuilders who arrive at the dock when it is dark each morning and who are building the most powerful navy in the world. Brave Virginians, like our law enforcement heroes who put on a bulletproof vest every day to go to work to keep us safe. Our amazing men and women who wear the cloth and serve our country, from the 150,000 active duty service members to the reservists to the great Virginia National Guard who has served Virginia since 1607. Remarkable Virginians. Remarkable Virginians like the families of the fallen. No moments over these last 4 years have impacted me more than standing with families as we hear the end of watch and say goodbye to these quiet heroes. And to our newest Virginians, who didn't grow up here but found opportunity here and now call Virginia home, all of you have deep, deep, deep impacts on our great Commonwealth, and therefore I say thank you. It is you who have been the driving force for all we've accomplished over these past 4 years. Thank you for believing that we could change the trajectory of a Commonwealth that was stalled and make her soar. Thank you for showing that we can strengthen the spirit of Virginia together. 4 years ago, Virginia was in a very different place. I was humbled recently when someone described what has taken place over these past 4 years as the Great Virginia Renaissance. A renaissance that reflected the real and widespread challenges that we faced. Our schools were 46th in the nation to reopen. Parents were being sidelined, and students were falling behind. Virginia had the largest learning loss in the nation in 4th grade learning, reading, and math. 25,000 small businesses had closed their doors in 2021. Job recovery lagged behind nearly every other state. Violent crime had surged with a 20-year high in murder rate. And for 9 straight years, more people moved away than moved to Virginia from the other 49 states. That was Virginia in January 2022, a Virginia that was lagging and not leading. But amid these challenges, we, all of us, saw a Virginia with boundless potential just waiting to be unleashed. And so 4 years ago, collectively, we set out on a journey to unleash opportunity, to transform government, to make Virginia the very best place to live and work and raise a family. We could reduce tax burdens, lowering the cost of living for Virginians, and generate record state revenue. We could restore educational excellence and see our students perform even better. We could enforce the laws and have the lowest recidivism rate in the nation. We could overhaul our behavioral health system and transform foster care so our kids are safe and families are strong. We could provide historic tax relief to our veterans and honor them and their families with award-winning care and support. We could lead the nation in connecting Virginians to high-speed broadband and invest record amounts in our roads and our bridges and our tunnels. We could transform the great city of Petersburg through a historic partnership and accelerate economic activity in Southwest. We could deliver hundreds of millions of dollars of procurement savings and serve all Virginians with best-in-class constituent services. We could protect free speech and keep our campuses safe. We said we would measure outcomes not in terms of activity, but by actual results. And we also said there are some things about which there can be no debate, that we must grow, and we could grow like never before, that we want Virginia to be a winning state with more jobs, more opportunity, more people, not a losing state, shedding businesses and people, that we must make Virginia the place where companies want to build their future, businesses like Lego and Eli Lilly, like AstraZeneca and Hitachi, and not impose anti-business policies that chase jobs and opportunity away. We committed that we would stop doing what doesn't work and start doing more of what does work. And what we know works is common sense. And by putting common sense into action, we've achieved the kind of transformation very few people thought was possible. This transformation started with business investment and jobs, and declaring on day one that Virginia is open for business. Over and over again, I heard the same refrain from Virginians: we want jobs, good paying jobs. But Virginia needed to start competing, and Virginia needed to start winning. We worked together to build an economic development machine, a machine that is unleashing opportunity like never before. Virginia is now a leader in life sciences, a leader in advanced manufacturing, a leader powering some of the most critical industries and supply chains. Where made in America once again means made in Virginia. Where day after day, where day after day, Virginians from all walks of life are hearing those magical 3 words, "You are hired." On day 1, we went to work to build that dynamic economy. We streamlined regulations by 35%, saving Virginians $1.4 billion every year by cutting the cost of bureaucracy, including by reducing the average cost to build a home by $24,000. We invested a record amount in business-ready sites and drove Virginia government to move at the speed of business. We transformed workforce development, consolidating vast numbers of disparate programs into one new agency, Virginia Works, and created the nation's leading customized talent development program, the Virginia Talent Accelerator. We restructured the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, and most importantly, we competed. We competed to win, and win we have. We've won record business investment, over $157 billion, more than the last 6 administrations combined. We've grown over 20,000 new high-growth startups, record investments that have fueled enormous job growth. Nearly 270,000 more Virginians are working today than when we started together. We have 255,000 open jobs, another 80,000 new jobs on the way from those investment commitments, along with 40,000 construction jobs. Virginia has jobs, lots of jobs. And Virginia is a winning state, and the winning continues. We announced in December Avio's $500 million plant, which is expected to employ 1,500 people. And we finalized 2 more great manufacturing deals last fall. A $300 million plant that will employ over 1,000 people in Southside, and a $1.2 billion facility that will employ nearly 300 people in Virginia's Piedmont region. We are leaving the next administration a robust pipeline of great projects that well exceeds $100 billion of capital investments and 32,000 jobs. Virginia has been on a tear because we have protected right to work. And so I ask you, please hear me. Please hear me. Change right to work and jobs will disappear. People will leave and they will take their tax dollars with them. Keeping Virginia soaring means keeping right to work right where it is. No amendments, no reforms, and no changes. Keeping Virginia on a winning streak also means continuing to work and cooperate with our federal partners and the Trump administration. Constructively working with the administration works for Virginians. When a governor picks up the phone and calls a cabinet secretary to work through issues, it's good for Virginia. Issues like turning on $2.5 billion of paused grants, attracting the Department of Housing and Urban Development headquarters with more than 2,700 jobs to Virginia, recruiting Fortune 50 businesses with billions of investment and thousands of jobs, and delivering hurricane relief faster than any other state. That is what is best for Virginia. The record jobs and investments we've attracted have driven record revenues. $10 billion in surplus revenue, 8% compounded revenue growth for 4 straight years, 60% faster than the previous decade. And record revenue that enabled $9 billion in tax relief and still historic investments across every critical area. And while throughout 2025, many predicted financial calamity, not only has financial calamity not happened, but once again, Virginia is running a significant surplus. Yesterday, we announced December revenue results, a 20% increase over last December, and year-to-date growth of $1.2 billion after just 6 months. Revenues are growing at 8.6% again. No COVID money, no one-time gifts, just historic revenue growth driven by historic business growth, job growth, and strong consumer spending. My budget that I introduced included a reforecast adding $1.2 billion in resources to fiscal year 2026 alone. December just added another $395 million to that number. Virginia has record resources. I included $700 million more tax relief in my proposed budget and huge investment increases in Medicaid, education, law enforcement, capital spending. And yet, bills raising nearly every tax known to man have been introduced. One thing we have clearly demonstrated is that lowering tax burdens brings people, it brings businesses, and it brings jobs. Increasing taxes drives them away. Just look at California and Illinois and New York and Maryland. Indeed, in 2023, for the first time in 10 years, more people moved to Virginia than moved away to the other 49 states. Common sense works. A significant part of that investment went to education, a record amount reflecting a $7 billion increase, 50% more since the pandemic. Empowering Virginians to seize unlimited opportunity all starts in the classroom. The pandemic wreaked havoc on Virginia's students and families. Schools were closed too long unnecessarily. As I said, we were 46th in the nation to reopen our schools. The learning loss was devastating. Standards were lowered. Parents were pushed out of their children's lives, and we risked losing an entire generation if we didn't act quickly. Restoring excellence in education has been our collective North Star. It started with putting parents back at the head of the table in their children's lives because, well, parents matter. We, all of us, passed historic bipartisan legislation that allowed parents to choose if their child wore a mask and to allow parents to remove sexually explicit materials from their child's curriculum. We're exciting students again by gaining the real-world skills that they need to succeed after they graduate. We've launched 15 new lab schools with space for 5,000 students, and we already have a long waiting list. Innovative lab schools from the maritime trades outside of the shipyards in Hampton Roads, to space and aviation at Wallops Island, to data science and coding in the Shenandoah Valley and in Richmond, healthcare in Southwest, and teachers in the rural Piedmont region. And with our huge focus on career and technical education, 4 out of 5 Virginia high school students now graduate with a credential or a certificate. Great education outcomes require a great teacher, and we've supported teachers. Teacher compensation is up nearly 20%. Teacher vacancies are down 30%. Virginia was just recently ranked the #1 state in America to be a teacher. We also embrace transparency and accountability and raise standards to drive better student outcomes. Gone are the days of Virginia having the lowest proficiency baseline in the country, cheating our students by shuffling them along, or worse, lying about whether they could read or do math at grade level. We made our standardized tests harder, and the students did better, including a 20% surge in math proficiency. Of course, students can't learn if they aren't in school in the first place. We locked arms together with the All in Virginia plan. And I'd like to thank Senators Locke and Lucas for your partnership. And now Virginia leads the nation in reducing chronic absenteeism and getting students back in the classroom. Intensive tutoring works. We've led all our peer states in math learning loss recovery. And the nationally leading Virginia Literacy Act is transforming the way students learn to read. But in addition to learning loss, we know that behavioral health distress among teens has been surging since even before the pandemic. Increased social media use and endless screen time are one of the main culprits. These devices and apps are profiting off our kids and stealing their childhood. But we collectively acted. We collectively acted to reclaim childhood and create a healthier and happier Virginia. Bell-to-bell cell phone-free education is now the law of the land across the Commonwealth of Virginia. My friends, Virginia is the model for the rest of the nation because in Virginia we don't follow, we lead. Academic performance is up. Mental health and discipline challenges are down. After-school cafeterias are humming loud with noise because students are talking to each other again. And to all the parents who advocated for your children, you have shown us once again that yes, parents matter. To make Virginia the very best place to live and work and raise a family, Virginia has to be safe. From day one of my administration, we have backed the Blues, supporting, encouraging, and celebrating these heroic men and women. We have collectively provided record funding. We've invested in equipment and training, increased salaries. I urge you to keep investing, to keep supporting, and to keep backing the Blue. We've taken on gangs, drugs, and human trafficking. Our statewide efforts include gang task forces, extensive collaboration and cooperation with other states, and with federal partners. We've seized enough fentanyl that otherwise could have killed every Virginian 10 times over. We've arrested violent gang members, including the #3 leader of MS-13. We've brought down the most violent crimes, especially in the most violent cities as part of Operation Ceasefire and Operation Bold Blue Line. And thanks to our dedicated law enforcement professionals, we've seen a 30% decline in murders. On Monday, I had the honor of visiting the Virginia State Police's 144th class as they get ready to complete their basic session training. In a few weeks, this class will graduate 94 incredible men and women into the ranks of Virginia State Troopers, the second largest graduating class ever. Virginians are once again proud. They're proud and excited to enter this most noble profession. Thank you to our heroes who keep us safe. And thank you to Colonel Matt Hanley for your leadership. We've tackled the scourge of drug addiction head on. Our fight against fentanyl has been extraordinary. When we started this journey, fentanyl was claiming the lives of more than 5 Virginians a day. Suzanne and I have met, we have prayed, and we have cried with families who have buried a child, buried a spouse, a sister, a brother, a parent because of this evil. And so we came together and launched a comprehensive fight against fentanyl, a fight where we've taken it to the front line by enhancing penalties and creating tougher new laws. Now drug dealers are on notice. If you push this poison and kill someone in the process, you will be held accountable and you will be charged with felony manslaughter. We've educated parents and students and teachers and coaches and pastors. Through the First Ladies, it only takes one statewide campaign and the Attorney General's One Pill Can Kill public awareness initiative. We've equipped Virginians to stop an overdose in progress by delivering 400,000 life-saving naloxone doses and trained nearly 100,000 people to use them, including our members of the General Assembly. We locked arms with community partners, including our It's Only Take One college ambassadors and heroic fentanyl family ambassadors whose courage inspires us all every single day. Thanks to our comprehensive efforts, Virginia now leads the nation in reducing fatal fentanyl overdoses by 59%. Our fight isn't over, but once where there was heartbreak, now there is hope. Empowering Virginians to lead the lives that God intended has been the driving force behind our complete overhaul of our behavioral health system. Virginians in crisis needed help and could not get it. So 4 years ago, we started a journey to transform behavioral health, to expand capacity across the state, to deliver faster, more effective response, to get law enforcement out of the emergency room and back on the street, to expand the workforce. Today, we've increased our care capacity in beds and chairs by 241%. We've improved our responsiveness with 988 crisis calls by 456% to over 30,000 calls per month. We've deployed nearly 3 times as many mobile crisis teams across the Commonwealth, achieving a statewide average response time of just 42 minutes. And we've substantially grown the workforce, adding over 30,000 new healthcare workers. The Commonwealth is setting the national standard for how to care for individuals in crisis, to get them the right help right now. When Virginians need help, Virginians show up. There has been no better example of neighbor helping neighbor than when Hurricane Helene tore through Southwest Virginia. In the face of devastating loss, the true character of our Commonwealth shone through. Heroic rescues by law enforcement, first responders, and our Virginia National Guard. Volunteers and donations rebuilt or repaired over 110 homes and assisted over 4,000 households. Collaboration with state, local, and federal resources has led to rebuilding Route 58 faster, delivering farm recovery grants before any other state, accelerating the restructuring of the Creeper Trail at lightning pace so this huge economic contributor can be reopened by November of this year. And the support coming from Virginia's $50 million recovery fund is now flowing. I visited Southwest Virginia 30 times in the 15 months following Helene. And I can tell you that today, Southwest Virginia has their collective foot on the accelerator. They're not turning back, and all of us should make sure they soar with the rest of the Commonwealth. Every corner of the Commonwealth is benefiting from tremendous job growth and business investment. And because business is booming and our population is growing, it means our energy and power needs are rising as well. For too long, Virginia's policies and the utilities planned for a stagnant Virginia. Well, we are not stagnant. We are growing. And we must execute a plan where power is reliable, affordable, and made in Virginia. Meeting this growing power need means continuing to support an all of the above power plan. What it definitely doesn't mean is rejoining Reggie. And I know we debate this, and I know some of us disagree, but it's a bad deal. It doesn't work. It's a regressive tax that drives up the cost of living for all Virginians. It also doesn't mean driving away data centers. The positive economic contribution from data centers is enormous. The industry will pay their fair share of power costs, even bringing their own power behind the meter. The national security imperative will drive huge investment and lots of jobs, and Virginia should win. Don't drive it away to the other states. What it does mean is that we must continue to build. We must build gas power generation, We must build nuclear power. We need to double our generating capacity in the next 10 years. And renewables alone, which by themselves will drive up costs and risk brownouts, just can't get it done. Just look at Maryland, where electricity rates have nearly doubled and are 19% higher than the national average. I urge you to undo VASIA. It simply does not work for Virginians. The good news is that we can both meet our energy and power needs and be great stewards of God's natural resource blessings to Virginia. With the huge efforts we have made to support our Chesapeake Bay 2025 goals, including record funding for agricultural best management practices, I am proud to report that the Chesapeake Bay is healthier than it has been in decades. And Virginia led the way to set the new framework signed in December for the next phase of preserving our great Chesapeake Bay watershed. Virginia's transformation has been broad, from healthy rivers and streams to healthy moms and healthy babies. Through our Healthy Moms, Healthy Families, and Healthy Communities initiative, we have seen a 68% reduction in maternal mortality. Building blocks for Virginia families delivered the best public-private parent choice model for early education and childcare in America, not only maintaining full access for 74,000 children after the Biden administration cut funding, but also, with my recent budget introduction, providing 6,000 more slots. 6,000 more slots in our quality model that is leading the nation. We've shown it is possible to make government work for Virginians. The Virginia Employment Commission has cleared all its backlog of more than 700,000 work items coming out of COVID, and we've cleared 1.7 million in total. Among our peer states, we now make benefit decisions faster than anyone, and we rank top third at getting out the first payment to unemployed Virginians. We've cut waiting times at DMV from nearly 40 minutes to, in October, the shortest average wait in history, 5.9 minutes. My friends, we've shown that with clear purpose and common sense, it is indeed possible to make government work for Virginians. It's possible to take a Commonwealth that was stalled and make her soar like never before. By every single metric today, Virginia is stronger than she has ever been. Stronger financially, stronger educationally, stronger environmentally, stronger in terms of public safety, stronger in terms of behavioral health, with better infrastructure, and with more opportunity than ever before. We have strengthened the spirit of Virginia together, a spirit of courage and fortitude, of compassion and love, of resiliency in the face of challenge and always rising to meet the new ones. And this same spirit was beating in the hearts of our forebears 250 years ago. Throughout this year, all of America will take part in our semi-quincentennial celebrations. But no state has as much to celebrate as we do here in Virginia. 250 years ago, it was Virginians who led the way to America's founding. Washington, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Patrick Henry. And Mr. Henry, I will miss working in your building every day. And so many others along the way. America was made in Virginia. This new nation conceived in liberty was born and then built on those foundational values that have sustained us for 2.5 centuries, even when we did not live up to them. The revolutionary belief that government is of the people, that government exists to serve the people, not for people to serve the government. Because our rights, those unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness come from God, not from government. The foundational pillars and values that must always define America were born right here in Virginia. Pillars and values that have made America a beacon of hope to the world for 250 years. And those values and that beacon must continue to guide Virginia's future as well. 250 years ago, Virginia led. And I will humbly submit that over these past 4 years, Virginia has led in so many ways that may have stunned others, but should surprise none of us. And so as we prepare to write the next 250-year chapter of our nation's history, Virginia should and Virginia must continue to lead. It has been the honor of a lifetime for Suzanne and me to serve in this season alongside all of you. So from the bottom of our incredibly grateful hearts, thank you, Virginia. May God bless all of you. May He bless the great Commonwealth of Virginia. And may He always bless the United States of America. Thank you.